Welcome. In this video, we're talking process management. The two main objectives is to understand processes and understand service management. So first things first, we're going to jump into viewing processes. We can view processes with PS, or we can view all processes by all users by using PS AUX. Most of these will have what's called a PID, a PID. That's a process ID, and that is going to designate what service or application is running on that PID, and that PID is actually what's running on the processor. So let's go ahead, let's jump into Kali and let's see this in action. Alright, so in Kali, get to our terminal, PS, and that will show our current PIDs. If you do a PS AUX, that will show all processes for all users, not just my user. So there's differences, and again, here are the process IDs. The initial SBIN init page is going to probably always be PID1, and then as new processes come into play, they will be here being listed. So you'll notice here user, that's the user that invoked the process. The PID is the process ID. Here we have %CPU. That's going to be the percentage of the CPU that it's running. %memory is going to be the percentage of the memory that it's using. And then there is this command. And the command is the name of the command that started the process. So that gets us started. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to clear the screen, do just a PS. So these are the two that my user has created. So I'm actually going to go ahead and open up a new terminal, MSF console, and I'm going to go ahead and load up Metasploit. That way I can get a new process. So my user, it's not showing there. However, if we look at PS AUX, it's probably going to be there. I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit easier. I'm going to pipe grep, and I want to look for specifically MS console. And I'm going to go ahead and search for that. So I can see that it is running underneath the Kali user, and it's using process ID 1306 and 1342. So again, here using our pipe with grep, we can filter that outputs. So we can also start looking at resource management using things like top. Top will actually give us the top CPU usage and then rank them further down. But also it gives us specific details, time, users, average load, what's used, what's free, memory available, cache. And this is an adaptive option. As our processes change, it also will change. Control C to go ahead and back out of the terminal. I'm going to go ahead and clear it. So that covers our filtering, that covers viewing our processes, that covers using top. So what happens if we want to terminate a process? Well, there are 5 different main modes to terminate a process. Sign up, sign in, sig quit, sig term, sig kill. And there are option numbers 1, 2, 3, 15, and 9. So the big one is this is known as a hang up signal if we're using sig hup. If we're using an interrupt signal, it's going to be a sig int. If we're doing a core dump, it's going to be a sig quits. If we are doing a termination signal, it's the kill command that's going to be used by default. It'd be a sig term or option number 15. If something is hanging and it's not responding, we could do a kill, sig kill, or an option 9. and that will send an absolute kill signal. This allows us to terminate certain services. So we will do kill. We're going to go ahead and do the default 15, and we can list whatever our PID is. I don't remember what the PID is, so I'm going to go ahead and do this again. So I'm going to do kill 15 1306. So if you get an operation not permitted, go ahead and do the second PID. So it may actually already be terminated. Nope. 1398 is still processing, though we were able to kill 1306. This will terminate the command. So 1398 is a new one that is running, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again. And it keeps auto loading them. That's probably because I have, oh nope, here it is. It finally terminated it. So when I terminated the process, it actually kicked me out of my Metasploit shell. So that's how we would use our kill commands. One of the big ones is, what about services? How do we view services? So for looking at our services, we would do service tac status tac all. And then we could restart services if necessary with a service name, restart. That's actually extremely important because some services actually do hang, so being able to view and restart services actually is critical. Same thing with being able to kill certain instances of software running, because that's something that does occur when we are doing pen tests. So being able to do both actually is very crucial. So let's go and let's look at services. So we're going to go ahead and do a service tac status all. These are all of our services. Here Apache is not running. The plus sign is what is running. So how do we get a service to start? Service. I don't need to tac all. I'm going to go ahead and list the service. So Apache 2, APACHE2, and start, or restart, or stop, depending on what you're trying to do. If it requires elevated permissions, it will prompt you. I'm going to go ahead and do another tac status all. And here we can see that our Apache 2 service actually did start. So that is our services in a nutshell. So in this video, we covered our processes, our resources, and looking at services. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you.